morning again I'll speak. Next morning also I'll speak. So many. So, when we speak of the advent of Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu, we should understand what is the cause of the appearance of Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu. There are two types of causes. One is external cause, another is internal cause. The external cause is Nam Prem Prachar, Juga Dharma Prachar. Do you follow me? Huh? My language? Huh? Yes, try to understand. Nam Prem Prachar, Juga Dharma Prachar. Kali-yuga dharma hoy, hari-sankirtana. Huh? Kali-yuga dharma hoy, hari-sankirtana. Etadarthyavatinna si sachinandana. Do you understand? Kali-yuga dharma is hari-sankirtana. For this purpose, to fulfill this purpose, Sachinandan appears. এই কহে ভাগবতে সর্বতত্ত্ব সার কীর্তন নিমিত্ত গৌরচন্দ্র অবতার. You understand? Sankirtaneka Janakavu is the father of Sankirtana, Hari-sankirtana, is Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu. Kali-yuga Sarvadharma Hari-sankirtan, Sabaprakashila Chaitanya Narayana. This is a quotation from Chaitanya Bhagavata. Kali-yuga Sankirtana Dharma Parivare Avatinna Hoila Prabhu Sarva Parikari. With all his associates, paraphernalia, his dham, Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu appears in Kali-yuga, the special Kali-yuga, to fulfill this purpose, Yuga Dharma, Nam Prem Prachar. Do you understand? And Premadana, the chief result of this Sankirtan, Harinam Sankirtan, is Krishna Prema, to have Krishna, achieve Krishna Prema and get Krishna. So he is offering that, distributing that Krishna Prema freely, indiscriminately. Apamara vitatara. Brahmara dullabha prema savakare jache. Patita pamara nahi bache. Even it is very difficult on the part of Brahma to get such prema. But Mahaprabhu gives it freely, indiscriminately. Even patitas, pamaras, jagai, madhais, most degraded, most sinful persons also get it. You understand? Therefore it is known as Prema Purushottama, Sachinandana Gauranga. So 5,000 years ago, Krishna came in his own Swarup, and in his Kurukshetra Leela, he gave his message, form of Bhagavad Gita, through Arjuna, to whole mankind. And he gave there most confidential, most confidential instruction. His most confidential instruction is Manvana bhava mad bhakta mad jadi man namastu sarvadharman paritijya mamekam saranam braja. That is his most confidential instruction. The last thing, the latest instruction, concluding instruction is sarvadharman paritijya mamekam saranam. Giving up all varieties of dharma, just surrender unto me. He only said this theoretically. He never taught this practically, how to surrender. So, after winding up his Leela, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, he went to his own abode, Golak Vrindavan, and there he thinks, because Srudal Sarvabhutanam is our only well-wishing friend of all the living entities. Therefore he's thinking there. I gave the most confidential, most confidential instruction through Arjuna to whole mankind. But after Dwapar Yuga there is Kali-yuga, the most sinful age. The consciousness of the people are most polluted consciousness due to increase of sinful activities. All are engaged in sinful activities. They cannot understand what I said. This tattva, Saranagati tattva, they cannot understand it. And I have only said theoretically, I have not demonstrated it practically, how to surrender. Then I have to go again. So he came again as Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu. That is the purpose. That is the reason why he comes. Juga dharma pravattam nama sankirtana chari bhava bhakti dhyanatama bhuvana. I'll go and preach this Juga dharma, nam sankirtan, and I'll give 4 bhav bhakti, dasya, sakhya, vatsalya, madhurya. Santa is discarded in Mahaprabhu's line, and will make the whole world dance with that bhav bhakti. Apani karimu bhakto bhav angikare, apani achari bhakti sikhamusara. I'll accept bhakta bhav, the mood of bhakta, and I'll teach bhakti. Unless I do myself, I cannot teach. Apani na kaile dharma sikhana na jay. Ei to siddhanta Gita Bhagavate koy. If I want to practice this bhakti, saranagati in my own life, I cannot teach. It cannot be taught also. So, his mood is bhakta bhav, the mood of a bhakta. So, this is purpose and this is external cause. Bahiranga karana. You understand? And there is antaranga karana, internal cause. He had. External cause is for others. It is for the people of Kali-yuga, Kali-yuga jiva. Therefore it is bahiranga, external. Antaranga is meant for himself. Is himself. There are 2 causes are there. Another is there, that calling of the Advaitacharya. I'll speak about this next morning. That is also one of the causes. Do you understand? But most internal cause is 3 causes, 3 desires to fulfill. Radhaya pranaya mahima kidruso va naiva swadyo hena bhuta madhurima kidruso va madhiya sokhyanchasya madhanubhavata kidrusam veti lobhat tadbhavadhya samadhani sachigarva sindhu harindu. Swarup Goswami has said this thing, and Rupa Goswami has mentioned in Lalita Madhava. This quotation is there. 3 types of desires. Do you understand? Unfulfilled desires with Krishna. These desires are not fulfilled in Krishna Leela. They remain unfulfilled. What is Radhaya Pranama Kidrusa? What is Radharani's love? Swadyo Henadbhuta Madhurima Kidrusava Madhya. What is my Rupa Madhuri? Excellent beauty. My beauty. That Radharani releases. What is my beauty? Excellent beauty. Do you understand? And how can I release it? The second desire. Third, Sokhyancha Syamadhanubhavata Kidrusam. What type of happiness and pleasure Radharani derives by releasing my beauty? And what is that? How I can release it? These 3 desires. In other words, is Beti Lobhat. 3 types of greed developed. It's called greed. Lobha means greed. Developed in Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, Sachigarabhau Sindhu Harindu. To fulfill these 3 desires, fulfill the 3 types of greed, he appeared from the womb of Sachi Mata. That is Gaur Avatar. Do you understand? So here this word is very, very significant. The lobha, the greed. Do you understand? This word greed, lobha, Sanskrit says lobha, is very, very significant. The Lord has greed, isn't it? It's quite natural. We have greed. We are greedy persons, material greed, isn't it? This material greed of the material world, greed is condemned. It's considered as one of the enemies. Do you understand? It's one of the enemies. In 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 16, 21st verse, you'll find Lord Krishna has said, Trividham narakasya idam dvarunasanam atmanah kama krodha tatha lobha etatrem tejet. Lord Krishna says, give up these three, kama krodha lobha, lust, anger and greed. Do you understand? If you will be influenced or affected by these three, lust, anger and greed, you will open your door towards hell. Do you understand? So give up these things. So this lobha is very bad. Do you understand? And those who are greedy person, materially greedy, they suffer. Definitely. One very small story is there. A greedy boy was there. Do you understand? And in his house, his mother had put some nice berries in an earthen pot, like water pot. Do you understand? That has a very narrow mouth. Do you understand? Narrow opening. The boy developed greed to get some berries. So he put his hand into that earthen pot and got a very handful of berries out of greed. But when he was trying to get out, do you understand? His hand from it couldn't, because narrow mouth. So there was some pain. He was just pushing it out, but his hand couldn't got out. And out of greed he has gotten big handful of berries. So he was crying. Do you understand? This is suffering out of greed. And he is not prepared to get some berries out also, because he's so greedy. Though he's suffering, still he is not allowing any berries get out of it. Do you understand? This is a story. So you can understand how the consequence of the greed is suffering. Therefore Gita says, Bhagavan Krishna says, give up this greed. But this greed can be utilized in Krishna's service. Do you understand? And this word, greed, lobha, very ancient word. It's not modern word. The seed of this greed also is there in Bhagavan and in Bhakta also. Do you understand me? So, in respect of Bhagavad Bhakta, the devotee of the Lord, we say, Lobha sadhu sangye harikatha. How can you utilize this greed? Develop this greed to have more and more sadhu sangha, association sadhu, and hear more and more Krishna katha. Develop this greed. One should not give up this greed. This is very nice greed. The spiritual greed, transcendental greed. Do you understand? One should develop this greed. Do you understand? This greed should be developed more and more. The more you develop, the more you get spiritual releasement and spiritual advancement. You understand? One is not greedy, he cannot make advancement in the spiritual path, in this respect. But material greed should be given up, whereas the spiritual greed should be developed. Again, it is said, Krishna bhakti rasabhavita matihi kriyanam jadi kutopi labhyate tatra laulangapi mulyamekalang. Laula means loha, greed. That means, from this verse you can understand how the seed of greed is there. Purport is, if you have such greed, that means spiritual greed, you can achieve Krishna bhakti rasa, mellow of Krishna bhakti. Otherwise you cannot have it, if you are devoid of this greed. Sadhu sangye harikatha, one should develop this greed of having more and more sadhu sangha and hearing more and more hari-kirtana, hari-katha. Then you'll make advancement in bhajan sadhana. But this materialistic people, they don't know the use of this greed. They abuse it, utilizing it for material enjoyment, material possessions, and they suffer thereby. So, when you speak about the advent of Sachinandana Gaura Hari, the appearance of Gaurãnga Mahãprabhu, this greed is there. You understand? Lobha. I explained first. 3 desires and 3 types of greed. Krishna developed 3 types of greed that couldn't be fulfilled in Krishna Leela. Therefore Gaura Avatar. Do you understand? In Gaura Leela, those 3 types of greed are fulfilled. This is very wonderful. Using this word greed. Have anybody used such word previously? Nobody has used such word previously. Srimad Gour Govinda Swami has used it. Therefore, Brother Radhanandana Krishna became Sachinandana Gaura Hari, because of the development of this greed. Do you follow me? One who is Purna Brahma, one who has no deficit, no wanting anything, still he develops greed. Wonderful. Wonderful. He has no deficit. He is Purna Brahma. He is self-satisfied. There's no want. He doesn't want anything. No lacking is there. Why such greed? Wonderful. Such wonderful. Do you understand? One should understand its mystery, its tattva behind it. Who is Aptokama Atmarama, who is Rasaswarupa Purna Brahma, who is Paramanandamoy, supremely blissful, Sachidanandamoy. He develops greed. What type of greed? To get what? Very wonderful. Very wonderful. Do you understand? So you can understand now how the seed of greed is also there in the Supreme Lord. But to speak of ours, it's also in the Supreme Lord. And this greed, the seed of this greed gradually develops. This gradual development is there, and culmination is there in Gauranga Swarup. So I'll give you example. Vaikunthaadhipati Vishnu, he develops some greed. He develops this desire of fighting. You understand? He cherishes such desire that I will fight. You understand? When is Bhagavan, 6 types of opulences are there completely. You understand? So one of the opulences is what? Strength, bala. Do you understand? Aparisima, uncomparable strength is there. Therefore it is quite natural to develop such desire that I'll fight and fulfill that desire, that greed. And whenever Bhagavan wants to fulfill some desire, his internal energy, potency, creates such atmosphere. Do you understand? So when this desire develops in Vaikuntha-adhipati Narayana, that I'll fight, then internal potency, Yogamaya, created the circumstances. Do you understand? And when, then another point is there, when this question of fighting is there, the opponent should be equally strong, otherwise one cannot get pleasure in fighting. Now who is there? With whom Lord will fight? So, then the question of Joy Vijay came. These 2 doorkeepers, very strong. So by the desire or will of the Supreme Lord, Yogamaya made those 2 doorkeepers cursed by 4 Kumaras. You understand? They were cursed. This Yogamaya did it to fulfill the desire of the Vaikuntha-adhipati Narayana. 3 lights, they became demons here. First is Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu. Second is Ravana, Kumbhakarna. Third is Sisupala, Dantavakra. And 3 incarnations are there. You understand? 4 incarnations. And Lord Vishnu, Narayana fought with them and got pleasure in fighting. That is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is Lobha. Then the greed of Nrsimhadev. This is greed of Narayana Vishnu. And then I will speak about greed of Nrsimhadev. Do you understand? Nrsimhadev has 2 types of forms. One is Ugra, Anugra. Very fearful form. Another is very peaceful form. 2 types of form. Do you understand? After killing Hiranyakasipu, Nrsimhadev is very, very fearful. Do you understand? Extremely fearful form. And he was dancing. He's doing Tandava Nritya. Like Shiva just Tandava Nritya at the time of annihilation. You understand? Nritya means dancing. Tandava Nritya. Tandava dance. Whole world is trembling, seeing such dancing and anger, fearful form of Nrsimhadev. All the demigods are offering prayers to pacify me, but it was all null and void. Nobody could pacify. Who could do so? Then they requested Bhakta Prahlad, you please go and calm down the anger of Nrsimhadev. So Prahlad Maharaj is a very dear devotee of the Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj went there for prayer. Nrsimhadev calmed down. Then his form is peaceful form. Then Nrsimhadev put Prahlad on his lap. Do you understand? His dear devotee, Prahlad, like dear son, he put on his lap. At that time, the Vatsalya Prema develops. Do you understand me, Vatsalya Prema? Parental love or filial love and affection develops in Nrsimhadev. Do you understand? So, it is reciprocal. Both father and son release this rasa, mellow. Do you understand? Father releases as well as son also releases by sitting on the lap of the father. Do you understand? But the releasing of this mellow of the son is greater than that of father. Understand this thing. So Prahlad, I'm saying that develop that greed. How can I sit on the lap of my father and raise that rasa? This incarnation, my father is a stone pillar. I cannot have it. So he developed that greed. Do you understand? This is a question of greed. So after that, all the incarnations of the Lord came accepting father and mother. All the incarnations after missing that came accepting father and mother to fulfill that greed. Do you understand? Then the greed of Lord Ram. Do you understand? Very nice topic, you see. If you can transcribe it, write an article, then we should publish it in BTG. Do it. Do you understand? Transcribe nicely. Nobody has said like this. Have you heard ever anything like this? How this greed, the greed of the Lord. Do you understand? The greed of the Lord. And how accordingly, by development greed, different incarnations come. That is what we say. And culmination is Gaurãnga Avatar, last. So this is greed of Lord Ram. Vibhishana, Sugriva, they are friends of Lord Ram. Do you understand? They are friends of Lord Ram. That means Sakhya Rasa is there in Rama Avatar. But there are two types of Sakhya Rasa, friendship. Sambram Sakhya, Visrama Sakhya. Do you understand? Sambram means with awe and reverence. That's Sambram Sakhya. Friendship, do you understand? Friendly relationship or mellow with awe and reverence. And another type is Visrambha, that is without awe and reverence, equal. You understand? So, the Sakhya Rasa in Rama Avatar is the Sambram Sakhya, with awe and reverence. There is no question of Visrama Sakhya, equality. Do you understand? In Rama Avatar, his friends Sugriva and Vibhishan cannot climb up to the shoulder of Lord Ram. They cannot snatch away the food from the mouth of Lord Ram. Do you understand? But to speak of climbing onto the shoulder of Lord Ram, even they are afraid of if their leg can touch Lord Ram's body. Isn't they afraid? Then it will be offensive. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? This is Sambram Sakhya. That means Sakhya, friendship with awe and reverence. But Visrama Sakhya is not like that. In Visrama Sakhya, there is such love and affection that the friends think themselves equal with the Lord. Equal with the Lord. There is no question of awe and reverence. If your own leg will touch your own body, is there any agitation? There is no agitation at all, because his own leg touches your own body, not the leg of different person. If different person is very cautious, if he comes here, very cautiously moves, if my leg will touch, then it will be offensive. Do you understand me? But in Krishna Leela, you will find this Visrama Sakhya, The cowherd boys climbed up to the shoulder of the Krishna, and they snatched away the food from the mouth of Krishna, and Krishna snatched away the food from the mouth of the cowherd boys, as if equal. Do you understand? The legs of the cowherd boys touch the body of Krishna, and there is no hesitation in Krishna, because as if it is his own leg. Do you understand me? As if his own leg. Because Priyasya Sokha is very dear, therefore there is equality and abhinna, non-different. Do you understand me? But in Ram avatar, this Sakhya Ras is not relished. Therefore Lord Ram develops greed for it. Do you understand me? Lord Ram develops greed for it. How can I release it? Then it was fulfilled in Krishna avatar. Then Krishna avatar. Do you understand me? Another rasa is there, is conjugal mela, madhurya rasa. In Ram avatar, Ram is marjada purushottama, very strictly follows Vedic rules, regulations, never transgresses at all. Ekapatni dhara, he accepts only one wife, not more than one wife. Do you understand? Very strictly follows. Is marjada purushottama. Yeah? So Madhur Ras, the conjugal mellow in Ram Leela is there, but it is not relished so well. The essence of the mellow is not relished there. Do you understand? In its jasa, the essence of that mellow is not relished. Because when there is question of viraha and milan, union and separation between lover and beloved, the essence of that conjugal rasa is relished. Do you understand? In highest degree. Releasement is in highest degree releasement. Do you understand me? You will also find in Ram Leela there is union and separation of Ram and Sita. Do you understand me? And Ravan kidnapped Sita, took her Sita, there is separation. And also in Ajodhya, Ram banished Sita. Do you understand? To give pleasure and happiness to his citizens. He banished Sita. There is also separation. But this type of separation is not. There is no variegatedness, vichitrata. And it is not natural. In Ujjvala Nilamani, Rupa Goswami has mentioned all these things. There are many types of viraha. Viraha means separation. Purvaraga viraha, mana viraha, prema vaichitya viraha. And these virahas, these separations are not there in Ram Leela. No. Only one type of viraha is there, is pravasa viraha. You cannot understand. Just hear this. This is in Ujjvala Nilamani. That's a big topic. Very, very confidential, subtle point. I am not going to explain it. When some occasion will arise, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. And all these virahas are there in Krishna Leela. In Krishna Leela. This prema vaichitya viraha, purvaraga viraha, mana viraha, prema vaichitya viraha. Do you understand? Therefore Lord Ram develops this greed, how to release this type of viraha. Do you understand? This is greed. So Krishna avatar. In Krishna avatar this greed is fulfilled. Do you understand me? So the viraha, the separation between lover and beloved is the highest point of prema. Do you understand? Highest platform of prema. In that platform, one releases both Both the Nayaka and Nayika, what do you say in English? Lover and beloved. What do you say in English? I don't know. It's Nayaka, Nayika, male, female. Hero, heroine, or what do you say? What do you say in English? I don't know. What? Lover and beloved. Nayaka, Nayika. Do you understand? They release that mellows so excellently in their heart. The releasement is there in heart. Do you understand? Yes. Therefore, in Krishna Leela, Krishna made his own wives, do you understand? Radha, Kanta. Radha is his own wife. Kanta is the husband of Radha. And Gopis, Gopi Kanta is the husband of Gopis. He made them the wife of others to release parokiya rasa. Do you understand? In Krishna, in Ram Leela only releasement of Sokya rasa is there. Sokya means one's own wife, not the releasement of parokiya rasa. Therefore Ram developed that greed. Do you understand me? You understand? It's clear? Yes. So Krishna made his own wives as wives of others to release parokiya rasa. So that greed is fulfilled in Krishna Leela. It remained unfulfilled in Ram Leela. So Krishna avatar. Do you understand me? So in this way, you'll find this how the development of greed gradually terminated into incarnation after incarnation of the Lord. So now in Krishna Leela, these three types of greed are there. Radhaya pranaya mahima kidrusam sadhya hena bhuta madhurima kidrusam madiya sankhya chasya madanubhavata kidrusam veti lobhat tad bhavadya samadani sachigarva sindham harindhu. Do you understand? So Krishna developed these three types of greed. I said first. Do you understand? What is the love of Radharani? How can I release it? First greed or first desire. Second, what is my excellent beauty, all attractive beauty? I cannot release myself. So how can I have it? That second greed. And what pleasure and happiness Radharani gets by releasing my such all attractive beauty, excellent beauty. How can I have it? This third greed. These three greeds, three desires remain unfulfilled in Krishna Leela. Therefore Gauravatar. The fulfillment of three types of desires and greed. This is antaranga karana, internal cause. Do you understand me? This is greed, lobhat. Therefore, so this Surabdanda Goswami has used that word lobhat, tadbhavadhyasam, this sokhyanchasya madanubhavata kidrusam veti lobhat, tadbhavadhyasamadani sachigarva sindhu harindu. This lobha. This word is so significant. This much today. Thank you very much. Next morning I will speak something about these three desires.